Hello, everybody. So today I'd like to talk about a particular reel that I've had for a little while. This is called an Ambassador EON Pro, and this is a 3600 series reel, one of the round ones. However, this came out somewhere around, I think, around 2000 time frame, year 2000 or maybe 2001 or somewhere around there. But what made this reel kind of unique is that it has a planetary gear system in here where when you turn the handle, there's three uh, planetary little gear sets that rotate around the main your sun gear, which will be basically pretty much on the hand on the shaft on the center. And the way the alignment is if you look at this, it is straight across, right? So most bait casters have an offset where it hangs kind of low. This one sits straight across, like on axial, right? Like literally straight across. That's what gives this reel an advantage as far as the placement of the handle and the gearing, because it is a planetary gear system. You notice there's no drag wheel on here, and you have to turn this here to set the drag tension. All right, for cast control, you got this, instead of the traditional tension knob that's kind of offset on the reel, it is directly on the shaft here. Turn this, you can almost hear the clicks right there. You make your adjustment like that. This has 11 ball bearings. It's kind of unique. I want to say it's somewhat like a BFS style reel, but maybe not quite. But I mean, when you cast, it does cast very far. However, it has a centrifugal braking system on here, kind of like what you see today. No magnetic control. You just get your tension knob right here. And in here, what you do is you remove this lever right here. You pull this down, pull this out. All right, and then you turn this down about a quarter inch, and then you remove it. So this is the drum, or the I call it the brake drum or the braking drum. It's where those little plastic brake shoes ride on here when you're casting. Here is your spool with the braking mechanism on here, and you can see you got 5 shoes that help with the braking, so you can fine tune your cast control. To remove it, you just push the spool out, and out it falls, and there you have it. So as you can see, I mean it could really free spool really well. The more you do it, the faster these rotate, these weights come out, right? You can see that. So if you hold it here, you can see how those weights come out. If I push these in, you can watch them come out. As the speed picks up, these shoes right inside this drum, just like that. And that's how the system works. So it's a pretty good system. However, the casting ability, it can cast pretty far, but overrunning the spool is very easy to do with even wind changes out there when you're fishing. If you buy something like this, you just got to tighten up the tension knob a little bit more than normal, so you don't have too much overruns or backlashes. Now, right here, I couldn't see it earlier in dark, in low light, but if you look right here, them little notches right there, those are your adjustments. They're hard to see. And the funny thing is when I got the instructions on the reel manual, it doesn't talk about that. It just says turn this to adjust it. But you can look at it right here. when you turn this, see if I can get this to focus here. Anyways, all right, right there. If you turn this, you can see how it falls into place when you make that turn, and then again, and then go back. So right now I have it all the way back. That means it's using the maximum braking effort on your centrifugal brake shoe system. When you turn this plastic piece will block some of the brakes and prevent it from coming out. So if you turn it all the other way, like this, so turn it like that, and then turn it again. That's how you make your adjustments all the way to, like if I put it here, that would be 0 brake effort. So if I spin this, none of them would come out. All right, as you can see, none of the shoes, the brakes are coming out with the rotational force. But if I go in here, go all the way to open, you can see how they'll come out now. Pretty nifty. Okay. I have it on maximum brake when I was out there testing it, and it does have a tendency to backlash fairly easy if you go down past 3. Of course, if you're casting lighter lures, it might be helpful. Now the system itself and the reel right here, the only thing I noticed is the frame, it moves. So if you do like that, there's like movement and a little bit of play in the frame. I thought it was due to maybe something loose inside, but there is nothing in here that I saw that would keep it tight. It just, they all pop into place. You got a few snap rings in here to hold everything together. In here, you can see the that's where the cog's at, where it engages the spool, and and that's pretty much it. The drag is pretty easy to use. Like I said, you turn this, you apply the drag like that, more drag. They added some carbon fiber accents on the reel. You can see there, carbon fiber, and then here, more carbon fiber accents. But this is pretty unique. I thought it was kind of fun. I picked this up about, I don't know, about a year ago. I use it time to time, but it's more like a collector's thing, I guess. But it does cast really well. And going back together, pretty simple. Here's your keyways that you line up the studs to lock the plate in place on these 2 sides. So you put this here like that, and then as you can see, as long as it sits flush, you turn it, lock it. Once that's locked in place, you use this little keeper. This, like, it's like a little key, and I'm sure this gets lost a lot, you know, but that's how it locks into place, and then that keeps that locked. I just find that to be kind of weird. Serial number here, it could be 2000 or maybe even 2011, maybe. I'm not familiar. I forgot how the serial numbers work on the seal. It is a magnesium frame, so it is metal on both sides. And the reel, it is pretty smooth. It's pretty nice, and I believe there's bearings inside these handles. The level wind, it looks like a typical, you know, plastic level wind from ABU. When you hit the button, it can free spin quite a ways, But like I said, you have to use this knob here to fine tune your spool when you have your lures on there. Like I said, on maximum braking effort, the reel works really well. And like I said, it's pretty smooth. The gear ratio on this is 6.3, 4-1, I believe. I got the box here somewhere, but it's in the six, in the sixes. And like I said, right here, it just shows you right here, 11 bearings. There you go. Yeah. So it's an 11 bearing system, and that's pretty much it. If you got any questions, feel free to ask, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.